Hello, hello. It's September the 8th. Let's do a quick reading for the next few days. We're going to work with the mermaid cards today. So let's just get some guidance for the collective consciousness for these people that are coming to this YouTube channel for today, and what they need to know over the next few days for their highest good. Let's see what the cards will show for us today. What guidance do you have for us? We have the mirror. The mirror says, know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. So over the next few days, I'm hearing, look yourself in the mirror, see who you are, see who you have become, and see who it is that you want to reinvent, okay? We are ever evolving beings, and look yourself in the mirror. Look at your relationships. See how the relationships that you have with yourself, the relationships that you have with others, has basically created who you are now. And if you don't like what you see in the mirror, it's time to make an adjustment, okay? Whether it's with how you relate to yourself, are you always putting yourself down? Are you talking kindly to yourself? Are the people that you surround yourself with, are they uplifting you, or are they critical of you? Are they taking away from your self-esteem and your confidence? And how much of that is a lesson for you to bring yourself up and put yourself up on a higher level and say, no, I am worthy? Or maybe you're the person that's critical and you're like, oh, man, my wife or my husband back then was, had so much more life to them. What happened to them? Well, are you what happened to them? Have you brought them down? So reevaluating yourself and the relationships that you have, and knowing who you are at your core. It takes a long time sometimes for us to understand who we are to our core. It takes some people a majority of their life to figure out who they are at their core, but when we look in the mirror and we're honest with ourselves, it's a lot easier for us to be able to see who we are for what we are. And innately, we are all beings of light. We are all children at heart. And if we keep compassion at the forefront of this realization that we're going through, it will be a lot better. I feel as though there's going to be changes in relationships coming up. I feel there's this heavy influence on relationships right now. And even if you have not had a great relationship in the past, it doesn't mean that by making these adjustments within yourself that you're not going to have a great relationship moving forward. But sometimes we have to make the shift in ourself, in our relationship with ourself, for it to then spill out into our other relationships. Friends, family. That's even work relationships too. Do people, do they recognize you, or are you always just kind of in the shadows? And how okay are you with that? Do you need that recognition, or are you okay just being overlooked all the time when you've done so much, for your company, or you haven't seen a raise in Lord knows how long? Look at yourself in the mirror. Do I deserve that? Probably not. So look at your worth, look at your value. The next card that we get is Endurance, and it says keep going. Keep going. Don't just stay stagnant. Don't just stay comfortable where you are because you're scared of making a change. Don't stay in a pool of stagnant water, okay? Get into the flow. Get into the stream, the current. Don't just be in this little tide pool on the side. That's not gonna, you're not gonna go anywhere. And that's relating back to the taking a look in the mirror. Are you stuck in your current situation? How can you keep moving forward? How can you keep moving forward in your current situation, or do you need to move out of your current situation? Is there a block that's keeping you from moving forward? And if there is, whatever the block is, you may need to remove it. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's a thought process. Maybe it's a job that you're scared to leave. Sometimes that safety and security is really nice and stabilizing, but it can also create a box that becomes very stale and stagnant after a while. And surprisingly, a lot of people stay in that stale, stagnant box because they're scared to break free and go forward. Keep going. Don't get stuck. All right, we'll pick one more card for today. So one more card. I do feel a heavy influence around relationships right now. Okay. Energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. So this links in quite well with the other cards. And the energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. Basically, what this is telling us is, well, it links back in to looking into the mirror. Why? Reinvent yourself. Reinvent your circumstance. At any point in time, you can clear your aura, clear the aura of your relationship, clear your aura of whatever your circumstance is. Bring in health, get it healthy again, and reinvent it. But a lot of time it's this cleansing that needs to happen. It's an emotional purge, an energetic purge that needs to happen. What we think about, what we say, maybe we need to clean up our maybe even our vocal, our healthy words. Are we speaking positively more often than not? Are we thinking positively? So making these adjustments, these conscious adjustments, to help reinvent ourselves, our relationships, our entire existence. So much of what we think, we create. So if we're constantly saying something negative, maybe even about ourselves, well, we're not creating a healthy energy field for ourselves. Our aura's not going to be healthy. So therefore we attract unhealthy situations, scenarios, unhealthy people into our lives. So once we start looking at ourselves at a higher, yet humble level, we'll see a lot of shifts. And maybe where you've been and everything has been fine up until this point, but it may just be you have to take a hard look in the mirror and see, okay, I am once again transforming. I am growing into something else. I will soon be something else. I need to blossom, and this is no longer working. So A lot of endings I hear, a lot of conclusions, a lot of moving forward. Don't give up, keep going, don't get stuck. It could be even as easy as just finding like a new outfit to wear, just something to get started. Who do I want to be moving forward? Because the way I see it, we have a lot of things that are retrograde, a lot of planets that are retrograde right now, but once those all start moving direct and everything starts to move back and, you know, not a retrograde type orbiting situation, then we're going to find ourselves in a whole new space. And so it's better to do the work now. We need to do the work now so that when the time comes for that shift to actually happen, we're ready for it. Okay? So I will talk to you soon in a few days. And anything that I tell you prior to this, because time is really not linear, it could still be carried through. So anything that I've told you, like for the weekend, it can still carry through. The energy is still present. So I mentioned maybe buying something new for yourself last week, or over the weekend. Well, that still stands. Okay, that might be this whole coming in to a new version of you. Okay, thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.